G'day everyone, Paul Stoner, CEO Biggin and Scott, and I'm joined today by Michael Tynan from our Paran office.
That's
Michael,
it. Thanks, Paul.
Congratulations on Salesperson of the Month for April.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
And some of you that are watching this would be thinking, I don't recognise Michael, so a bit of background on yourself. You haven't been with us long.
No, so I've been in real estate for 10 years, but only with Biggin and Scott since the start of this year. So, started.
Well, we started sort of approaching you how long ago? About a year ago, wasn't it?
Year and a half ago, yeah.
But Michael's joined the Paran office, and to be here, how long have you been there now?
Three and a bit months.
3 and a bit months. So sitting at this table, Salesperson of the Month, it's a credit to you.
Thank you. Yeah.
But what I do know, and what everybody watching this knows, is you don't get to this table without having set yourself up and done quite a bit of hard work. So maybe you came with some good habits, and that's why we approached you. But let's talk about what you've done in those first 3 months to get here. And then I'm going to ask you about what it's like dealing with you.
Yep, sure. So I think the key for me is the database.
Yep.
The first thing when I got into the Paran office was really go through that database from start to finish. Past clients, people in farm areas. So I mapped out a farm area for myself where I wanted to specialise in. And basically for the first month, 2 months, I've just been calling. Really making those calls, giving relevant information to people where I'm staying in touch without being annoying. So keeping them posted on what's listed, what's sold in their area, even if it's not with us, it's with another agent, just to let them know what those...
So how quickly did the appointments come out of that? Because that data, it's a big database.
It's a big database.
It's actually fairly clean, because going back 10 years ago, we started cleaning up that database.
That's it,
So people were responsive straight away to the calls?
Look, they were, because we were giving them the relevant information to them. So it was, as I said, the just listed, just sold, keeping them posted on similar properties that had sold to theirs. And as I said to them, I'm happy to be in touch, but I don't want to be annoying about it. Would you like me to keep you posted on other sales that have happened? Which
all comes like our DNA contact diary stuff. It's all pretty good. So
absolutely.
And there's no secrets in this business. This is, it's what we used to say, doing the boring stuff really well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just forming those habits right from the very beginning. So from a standing start, basically, as I said, it was the database, it was making the calls, it was staying in touch without being annoying, and it was just doing those little 1%ers, customer service-wise, that kind of got me into the doors quicker.
Now, a lot of people, when they hear this, they think that they're long calls. What's the average call?
No, not a long call at all. So I time it on a little leg timer. Basically, it's a minute and a half, 2 minutes, that's it. I just want to be a call, give them relevant information, find out when I can contact them next. If they're looking to do something now, I'll obviously try and get in the door. If they're not looking to do something, can I call you in 6 months to get you posted?
So 3 months, April, I asked you just before you sat down, how many listings in sales was? And you said 14 listings?
14.
And quite a few sales.
And
that's why you're here. So this is the silver bullet for anybody really starting. If you do what Michael is doing now, making those simple calls, following the DNA of what a successful agent looks like, it happens pretty quickly. 10 years for Michael to work out the right conversations, so practice on your scripts. But so now tell me, you've got those listings. What's it like in the day of the life of you in terms of contact with your clients?
Yeah, sure. So every day is different. Obviously, I've got an ideal week. I actually call it an ideal task list that I have each and every day. So Mondays is basically buyer callbacks, but in the afternoon it's vendor management / a little bit of prospecting there. You go to Tuesdays and it's basically past clients who I've dealt with in the past, and also following up old CMA reports and appraisals. And basically the rest of the week follows like that, where I'm doing past appraisals, client follow-up calls, all of those things.
What made you realise that you had to give yourself up to this routine for it to be successful?
Because you get out of control very easy in real estate. You can have 20, 30 listings that you're holding at one time. You think you're really busy, but then you stop doing the prospecting side. But then a couple of months down the track, you don't have any sales coming through. So for me, it was forming the right habits from the very beginning, so I can have that consistency throughout. You don't want to be a salesperson of the month for 1 month and then next month you drop off the perch. You want to have a consistent effort all the way through.
And this is, so you came to my induction a couple of weeks ago.
I did, yes.
And so this is what we tell the guys when they get on board, and it's you've got an opportunity at the start to set it up correctly. If you fall into bad habits early, it's very difficult to get out of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
But take a step out. You actually do need to step out and recreate yourself, because it cleans your life up. It stops a lot of second guessing and frustration.
Well, time management as well, which is really important. You know, everyone says they don't have enough time in real estate, but if you form those habits, it just gives you so much more time. Whether it be, you know, helping buyers or sellers or all of that, it just gives you more time to do those things that are dollar productive. And that's what you want to focus on. The things that aren't dollar productive, you want to try and put them to somebody who can help you do those, and then just focus on what's going to be making you money and obviously the company money and building that brand.
So with you doing so well so quickly, have you already found a couple of PAs? You're looking for PAs?
Yeah, so I've got one person who's assisting me at the moment, Ezra. She's been fantastic, just freeing up my time to do the dollar productive activities. But small little plug, we're always out there for looking for good people. So definitely we want to grow that team, and it is going to grow fairly quickly from here, because we are building that momentum where it's just a roll-on effect. And that's, I mean, as soon as we started, we sat down and with Tom and Guy and said, how are we going to build this? And it's just, you know, the letter drops, the calls, it's consistently doing them time after time after time after every result that we get. And it is starting to build, and we're getting more call-ins, more listings, more appraisals, more sales.
The reason I asked that question, if somebody's watching and you want to be around people that do it, and you want to sponge off them, like sponge all the information in, you know, maybe give Michael a call. Because,
always happy to chat, absolutely. Sometimes
you don't know until you know, and you've got to be exposed to it to realise how simple it can be. So market, what's happening? We're in the middle of May now.
Look, for us, we're still really busy, so I've got a lot of listings coming on. We think we had 5 or 6 starting just this week, which is really promising. So as I said, just building that momentum. The market seems to be going really well. You know, a couple of things have slowed down a little bit, but to be honest, we're still getting great results.
Yeah, we're seeing it go past the Queen's birthday at the moment, so winter's not going to hit until the end of June. Which is a good thing.
And for winter, we've already booked a number of auctions, which is fantastic.
Good. And so the market's holding up a little bit. Well, the budget and politics isn't helping. Negativity doesn't help in real estate.
No, it doesn't. I think people can see past that, though. I mean, for good quality real estate, I mean, James Street just started on this week, and the inquiry's just been outstanding. The same as one on Dandenong Road. We had 16 groups through, 6 requests for contracts. So good quality real estate always goes well. It doesn't matter if the budget's on or anything like that. So
just before we close, let's talk a bit about your database. I know you're big on building your database and communicating. So I meet you at an open, onto the database. What happens from there?
So you're onto it straight away. So basically the open for inspections, we take down people's details on Box and Dice, our CRM system. Automatically they get sent through an information sheet on that property, and if they've requested contracts, they'll get that straight away. So on Monday we'll follow up. They're already, as I say, on the system. We've already taken down notes if they own a property in the area. If they do, what we'll put on there is a CMA report with similar properties that have sold to theirs, and they'll receive that on a Monday. So basically the database runs as we've categorised people who own houses or apartments in a certain street. If they've got a house, they get what the house prices are gone for, similar to theirs. It's an apartment, the same situation.
So this is great agency, because we have access to and we hold a lot of information internally. You've got to get it out. You need to get it out in the email or on the video or into people's inboxes, because they want it.
Correct. Well, they want relevant information. So you see real estate agents sending out all this information. It just doesn't relate to the people who you're sending it out to. So why would you send an apartment to somebody who's got a $3 million property home in Paran or Windsor? So we actually specialise in what material we're sending out, and that's really important. I mean, I sat down with yourself and Michelle and we mapped out a strategy around that, and that's worked really well.
So be a giver. Just freely give information, because we assume that people know what's going on. They really don't.
No, they don't. Absolutely.
And people fall apart when they're either looking or selling their own home, and that's That's where our skill is.
Yeah.
Mate, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's great to see it happening so quick. It's great to see that we were right by approaching you.
Getting there slowly. We're just trying to build that momentum, so hopefully we can.
No, it means a lot to us. I was wrapped when I saw your name come up, and it's great for the office. It's good for the group, and hopefully you feel like you're at home now. And,
yeah, it feels great. I mean, I'm very lucky. Tom and Guy are just fantastic. We've got a great team down there, and as I say, always happy to chat to people who want to join us as well. It's we're excited.
And I saw your eyes at our first director's training, and then Josh training. You're like, he sucks it in. That's fantastic.
I do enjoy all that stuff, and I mean, I must admit, the group's fantastic. I met Ed, obviously, went to the Richmond office, saw what he did.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my first week at Biggin and Scott. I said I wanted to meet the best performers, and just to be able to sponge off people like that. And, I mean, you just had the guys from the Knox here as well. I mean,
Adam,
Adam. I mean, there's just some really great performers, and just being able to sponge off all of them plus the corporate training, it's just fantastic.
Oh, you're mixing in the right circles. It'll wash off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Congratulations
Fantastic.
again.
Thanks, Paul. Cheers.
Thanks for watching, everyone.